Academy Stars. Pupils Book 5 by Steve Ellsworth and Jim Rose. Published by Macmillan Education, a division of Macmillan Publishers Limited. Copyright Macmillan Publishers Limited 2017. CD1. Welcome. Track 1.1. Welcome. Lesson 1. Activity 1.
I'm Alice. I live with my mum and dad and my 2 brothers. My favourite subject at school is English. I enjoy science too, but it's the most difficult subject for me. In my free time, I like reading. I love books. During the holidays, I stayed at home. I visited museums and played tennis with my friends.
My name is Oliver. I live with my mum, my dad, and my grandpa. I haven't got any brothers or sisters. My favourite subjects are art and computer studies. I like making things in my free time. I make models of castles and spaceships. In the holidays, we went to the countryside. We visited a farm and an amazing castle.
I'm Sophia. I live with my parents and my grandma. I've got a sister and a brother too. At school, my favourite subject is science. It's more interesting than maths or art. I like doing sport in my free time. I do karate after school, and I play tennis at weekends. During the holidays, I went to Jordan to visit my cousins. We visited Petra, an ancient stone city. It was amazing.
I'm Kit. I live with my parents and my sister. My favourite subject is music. It's the most interesting subject, and it's easier than art or English. I play the piano and the violin, and I practice them a lot in my free time. In the holidays, I went to the beach. We swam in the sea and ate ice cream.
Track 1.2. Unit 1. Lesson 1. Activity 3.
The day the lights went out. Power cut hits millions. No light, no heat, no trains. A power cut hit New York State yesterday. Millions of people from New York to Canada had no light, no heating, and no food. 30 million people had no electricity for 13 hours. The power cut hit at 7 p.m. while pupils at Thomas Jefferson School were rehearsing for a school concert. I was singing when suddenly all the lights went out, said 11-year-old Loretta Green. Across New York City, people were making dinner. I was cooking soup when the power went off, said Martha Miller in Manhattan. It was dark everywhere. There was no electricity at all. My cooker is electric, so it stopped working. We had to eat biscuits for dinner, and it was really cold because there was no heating. 12-year-old Natasha Spendak was travelling home. My train was leaving the station when the lights went out, she said. The train went dark. A woman screamed and then it stopped. In the dark. It was really scary. Ambulances and hospitals were busy through the night. The traffic lights stopped working, so there were some bad traffic accidents, said James Fenner of the New York Ambulance Service. There were a lot of problems at home and in the streets. Some people broke an arm or a leg. There was no moon last night, so travelling by car was very difficult. It was really dark in Times Square, said Mario Bolatelli, a police officer. A lot of people left their cars in the street and walked home. At New York Zoo, an elephant escaped. The lights went out while we were feeding the animals, said Marnie Sherlock of the zoo. Someone forgot to close the gate, so the elephant escaped and walked down the road to the supermarket. It's okay now, though, and is safely back in the zoo. Why was there a power cut across a large part of North America? The answer is a squirrel. We're very embarrassed, said John Matlock of New York Power. A squirrel jumped on the power lines and they stopped working. It was an accident. We're very sorry.
Track 1.3. Unit 1. Lesson 4. Activity 1.
This is exciting. I like fire drills.
Me too.
Why are you wearing goggles? What were you doing when the alarm rang?
It rang while I was doing a science experiment.
Oh, I see.
Why are you wearing that old shirt?
It rang while I was painting in art class.
Look, there's a fire engine.
And there's smoke above your classroom.
Oh no, smoke and a fire engine.
This is a real emergency.
Track 1.4. Unit 1. Lesson 5. Activities 2, 3 and 4. 1.
Hello, hello. This is Fire Officer Hunt from Unit 22. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Go ahead, please.
We're at Green Street School.
Sorry, I didn't hear that. Where are you?
Green Street School. There was a fire in the school kitchen.
Do you need more fire engines?
No, we don't. The fire is out now. I repeat, the fire is out.
I understand. Do you need any more help?
No, we don't. Everyone is safe. The children were all waiting outside when we arrived.
Okay. Are there any other problems?
Well, the kitchen is a mess. There won't be any school dinners today.
2.
Okay, I'm outside the spaceship now.
What can you see?
I can see the moon and the stars. There are so many stars. It's beautiful.
Is your helmet working?
Yes, it is. I found a problem with it while I was getting ready to leave the spaceship, but it's okay now.
Good. Can you look at the spaceship door? It isn't working properly.
Okay, I can see the door. 1 minute. Okay, I'm here. It's very dark.
But you've got a torch.
Yes, I've got a torch. Oh dear, I've got a problem.
You've got a problem? What is it?
The torch, it's floating away. Maybe I can catch it. Oh, no, it's gone. What do I do now?
3.
Mayday, mayday, mayday. This is the captain of the Green Dolphin. Over.
I hear you, Green Dolphin. What's the problem? Over.
We were sailing to Octopus Island when a fire started in the engine. There's smoke coming out of it. Over.
Can you make it to the island? Over.
No, we can't. The boat is starting to sink. Everyone is getting into the lifeboat. They're all wearing life jackets. Over.
Where are you? What is your position? Over.
We're 1 kilometre north of Octopus Island. Over.
How many people are there? Over.
There are 4 children and 1 adult. Over.
Okay. I will radio the rescue boat now. It should be there in 10 minutes. Over.
Thank you. Out.
Track 1.5. Unit 1. Lesson 7. Activities 2 and 3. 1.
There's smoke coming from the engine.
2,
Everyone put on a life jacket, please. Then get into the lifeboat.
3,
I'm frightened. Our boat is sinking.
4,
Look! It's the rescue boat!
Track 1.6. Unit 1. Lesson 7. Activity 5.
Well, what a day. A fire started in the engine of the Green Dolphin while it was sailing to Octopus Island. Luckily, a rescue boat arrived and brought everyone safely back home. I'm here with the children who escaped from the Green Dolphin. Tell me, how did you feel at first? Were you worried when you saw the smoke? How did you feel when you saw the rescue boat? How do you feel now?
Track 1.7. Unit 1. Lesson 8. Activity 3. 1. The climbing team can walk all the way to Misty Mountain, but it will take 3 hours to get there, so we won't arrive until 7 o'clock. 2. We can send an ambulance. It will arrive very quickly, but it can't cross the river, so the doctor won't be able to get to Mr. Dobbs. 3. We can send a motorbike. It can follow the path and then cross the river at the bridge. But it's very difficult to get up the mountain because there is a tree across the path. 4. We can send a helicopter. It will get to the mountain in 10 minutes, but it can't land on the mountain in the dark. The sun doesn't come up until 8 o'clock in the morning. Track 1.8. Reading Time 1. Activity 1.
The trick. Musa and Hakan lived next door to each other in a small village. They were good friends, but there was one problem. Money was very important to Hakan, and unfortunately, it was sometimes more important than his friends. One day, Hakan noticed that his horse, Atik, wasn't well. I think we should sell Atik, he told his wife, Pinar. He isn't strong and healthy anymore. Pinar was surprised. Sell a sick horse, she said. That isn't honest. And who will buy a sick animal anyway? Well, said Hakan, I don't know if Atik is sick, but he used to be stronger. Musa needs to travel to the city soon and he hasn't got a horse. But Musa is your friend, said Pinar angrily. You shouldn't sell an unhealthy horse to anyone, and certainly not to your friend. But Musa hasn't got enough money to buy a horse, explained Hakan. I'll give him a very good price for Atik, so I think I'm doing a good thing for my friend. Musa was watering the plants in his garden next door when he heard the last part of the conversation through the open window. Aha, he thought. So Hakan is going to try and sell me a sick horse. It's time to teach my friend a lesson. The next day, Musa and Hakan were drinking coffee together when Musa asked, Do you know anyone who is selling a horse? Why do you need a horse? Asked Hakan. I need to travel to the city soon to see my family, explained Musa. Well, it's your lucky day. I'm thinking of selling Atik, said Hakan. He's the strongest and fastest horse in the village. I paid a lot of money for him, but I will sell him to you, my friend, for a very good price." Musa loved his friend like a brother, so he didn't say anything. But he had a plan. "Okay," he said. "Tomorrow I'll come to your house to buy the horse." That evening, while Hakan was having dinner, Musa took a chair and broke it against the kitchen wall. Then he shouted, "Ah! Help!" very loudly and lay down on the floor next to the broken chair. Hakan heard his cries and ran to Musa's house. "Musa! Musa! What's happened?" he shouted, running into the kitchen. "I've had an accident," replied Musa. "I was taking food from a shelf when I fell off the chair. I think I've broken my leg." "You need to go to hospital immediately," said Hakan worriedly. "The nearest hospital is 30 kilometers away," said Musa. "But how lucky we are to have Atik. You can take me there on the strongest and fastest horse in the village. It will only take 3 hours." Hakan knew that this was an emergency and that Atik couldn't carry his friend for 3 hours. It was time to tell Musa the truth. He explained that Atik wasn't strong and healthy anymore and offered to buy Musa the strongest and fastest horse in the whole country to take him to hospital. Musa knew that Hakan was truly sorry. He stood up and showed Hakan that his leg wasn't broken. Hakan understood that Musa had tricked him too. He laughed and laughed, and then he hugged his friend. "I'm so sorry, Musa. You're the best friend in the world, and I will never try to trick you again." Soon after that, Atik got better, and Hakan gave the horse to his friend as a present to show him how truly sorry he was.
Track 1.9 Unit 2 Lesson 1 Activity 3 Monday, the 22nd of January.
It was very cold this morning. There was ice on the inside of the windows. The servants made a fire for me in the bedroom. I had to wear 3 jackets, but I was still freezing. It was dark too. I needed 2 candles to write this diary entry.
Wednesday, the 7th of February.
Most people haven't got a clock or a watch because they're very expensive. Last night, the cat woke me up. I didn't know what time it was. Then I heard the night watchman shouting, 1 o'clock on a cold and windy night. This morning, I bought my very first watch, so now I'll always know the time.
Friday, the 16th of March.
I can't see very well, so yesterday I bought a pair of glasses. I took the boat to my office and I could see all the ships on the River Thames. There were lots of ships, so it was difficult to get to work. The river didn't used to be so busy, but I'm so pleased that I can see clearly again.
Friday, the 15th of June.
Today, I bought Elizabeth a very expensive necklace. It cost £4. Mr. Hales is coming to paint her portrait today. He's an artist, but he used to work in my office. I'm worried because Elizabeth's false teeth are very uncomfortable. She'll have to sit for hours while Mr. Hales paints her portrait. I hope she doesn't look unhappy.
Sunday, the 2nd of September.
The servants woke me up early this morning. There's a great fire in the city of London. It was an emergency, so I rode my horse into the city to speak to the king. They used to build houses here with stone. Now they use wood, so the fire is growing very quickly. Soldiers are pulling down houses in front of the fire, but it's still moving very fast.
Monday, the 4th of September.
Elizabeth and I were worried that our house was going to burn down, so this afternoon we took our possessions outside and hid them. One of my most expensive possessions is a block of Parmesan cheese from Italy. We dug a hole in the garden and buried the cheese so no one can steal it. I hope it stays safe.
Track 1.10. Unit 2. Lesson 4. Activity 1.
Hi, Grandpa. Can I ask you some questions about when you were little?
Yes, of course.
Where did you used to live?
I used to live in a cottage in the countryside.
Did you used to have servants?
No, we didn't. I used to help with the chores.
What chores did you used to do?
I used to tidy up and vacuum the carpets.
Did you used to study maths at school?
Yes, I did. But we used to do it in our heads. We didn't used to have calculators.
Wow! Poor you.
Track 1.11. Unit 2. Lesson 5. Activities 2 and 3.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Tyneham Village School. My name's Martha, and I'm your guide for the afternoon. This used to be the school for Tyneham Village. The school only had one classroom. All the pupils studied together in the same classroom. The pupils were 4 to 14 years old, and they all came from villages near here. In those days, people used to walk a lot. Some pupils used to walk 10 kilometres to get to school.
Oh, wow.
And then they walked 10 kilometres home again. Look around the classroom, and you can see that it's very different from classrooms today.
How many pupils were at the school?
There were about 30 pupils, and there was only one teacher.
Did they used to have electricity?
No, they didn't. There was no electricity, so it was very dark in winter. The only light came from oil lamps, like this one here.
Did they used to have heating?
Yes, they did. They used to burn wood on a fire, but there was only one fire, so it was often freezing in the classroom.
Did they used to have computers?
No, they didn't. There were no computers in those days. They used to write with pen and ink. Now, if you follow me, we'll go outside into the school garden and have a look around.
Track 1.12. Unit 3. Lesson 1. Activity 2. The 5th of January.
Hi, my name's Emma. Welcome to my blog. I live in Vancouver, Canada. It's a fantastic city with a beautiful landscape. We've got the sea, mountains, forests, and lots of wildlife. Have you ever seen a big brown bear? Canada is the perfect place for sport and adventure. This year, I'm going to write about all the cool adventures I have. I hope you enjoy my blog.
The 10th of January.
Today I went skiing with my family at Whistler Ski Resort near Vancouver. I love skiing. We go every year. My favourite ski run is called the Ice Monster. It's really fast and the views are amazing. Stay with me and follow all the cool things you can do in Canada. It's a really fun place, with lots of exciting activities to try. I've never travelled in a hot air balloon or visited Toronto before. See you later.
The 12th of June.
I've never been kayaking before, so I tried it this month. It's similar to canoeing, but a kayak is much smaller than a canoe, and your paddle has got 2 blades. We went to a kayak school in Ottawa, the capital of Canada. We practiced for 3 hours with an instructor, and then we travelled down the Madawaska River in our kayaks. It was really exciting, and the scenery was amazing.
The 18th of August.
We went to a hot air balloon festival near Montreal, Quebec, with over 200 different hot air balloons. People had to fly the balloons at 6 o'clock in the morning and 6 o'clock in the evening, when the wind was strongest. We woke up early today and went for a hot air balloon ride. I could see the whole countryside. I thought hot air balloons were really quiet, but they aren't. The flame is really loud, and it's hot too.
The 1st of September.
It's my 15th birthday, and we're in Toronto, Ontario. I wanted to do something special, so we did the Edge Walk around the top of the CN Tower. It's the tallest building in the city. It's 553 metres high. We had to wear a special hat, jacket and gloves and practice with an instructor. Then we were tied to a bar and we walked around the outside of the building. We were 350 metres above the ground. I went with my best friend, Charlene. It was terrifying, but we loved it. It's the most exciting experience I've ever had.
Track 1.13. Unit 3. Lesson 4. Activity 1.
Hi Alice. Welcome to Woodlands Camp. Have you ever been camping before?
No, I haven't. It's my first time.
Don't worry. We're going to have a lot of fun.
I've never carried a rucksack before. It's really heavy.
I know. Have you ever put up a tent?
No, I haven't.
That's okay. I can teach you. Have you ever slept in a sleeping bag?
Yes, I have. It was really cold.
Oh dear. Have you ever made a fire?
No, I haven't. Is it difficult?
No, it isn't. Let me show you, and then we can cook dinner.
Great, thanks.
Track 1.14. Unit 3. Lesson 5. Activities 1, 2 and 3.
I'm sitting here with Mike Charles, the famous Amazon explorer. Welcome, Mike.
Hi there.
Mike, let's talk about life in the Amazon. What's your favourite food there?
It's definitely fish. I often catch fish in the river and cook it over a fire. It's delicious.
What's the worst thing you've ever eaten?
Well, I've eaten a lot of strange things. The worst was an insect that lives in palm trees. You can cook them with orange, but they still taste horrible.
Ew! So, how do you travel when you're exploring the Amazon?
I usually travel by boat.
And what's the scariest thing you've seen there?
The scariest thing I've seen is an anaconda. It's the biggest snake in the world.
Wow! And what's the worst experience you've had in the Amazon?
I once slept by a lake that was full of mosquitoes. They bit me everywhere. It was horrible.
Ouch! So how about at home? Where do you live?
I live in Sydney, the biggest city in Australia.
And what's your favourite food at home?
I love fish and chips, but I don't have to catch the fish first.
What's the worst thing you've eaten at home?
That's easy. My cooking. I'm a terrible cook.
Do you travel a lot in Australia?
Yes, I do. It's a very big country, so I usually travel by car.
And what's the scariest thing you've seen in Australia?
Well, there are lots of wild animals in Australia too. I've never seen an anaconda, but I've seen an enormous crocodile with big teeth. Now that was scary.
Finally, what's the worst experience you've had at home?
Well, my worst experience was when I found a spider the size of my hand in my favourite pair of shoes. It was Track 1.15 Unit 3 Lesson 8 Activity 3 1.
Have you ever worked at an adventure camp, Marco?
No, I haven't. But I stayed at Treetops when I was at school. I loved it.
Great. Have you ever worked in an office?
Yes, I have. I've worked in the office at my university.
Okay. Have you ever worked with children?
No, I haven't. But I've organised university events.
Okay. Can you play football or basketball?
Yes, I can. I can play both. I was in the school football team.
Great. And can you swim?
Yes, I can. I'm a good swimmer. I usually swim 1 kilometre a day. 2.
Have you ever worked at a camp, Janice?
No, I haven't, but I really want to.
Have you ever coached a sport?
Yes, I have. I coached basketball and tennis to younger kids at school. I really like children.
Great. Have you ever worked in an office?
No, I haven't. I've never done any office work.
And can you swim?
Yes, I can.
Is there a problem?
Well, I had an accident once when I was kayaking. I don't really like swimming now.
3.
Alicia, have you ever worked at a camp?
Yes, I have. I've worked at 2 camps. I like children and I'm studying to be a teacher. I coach basketball at a local school too.
Great. And have you ever worked in an office?
Yes, I have. I worked in the office at both of the camps that I worked at.
Okay. Can you play football?
No, I can't play football.
Can you swim?
Yes, I can. I've been in a wheelchair all my life, but I'm a good swimmer. I've won lots of medals.
Track 1.16 Reading Time 2 Activity 1 Mystery on the Beach. April lived on a small island off the coast of Africa. Her cousin Sandy was visiting her from Australia. One evening, they were following a rocky path down to the beach. The scenery and the views across the sea were beautiful. "Look at all the kayaks," said April. "Have you ever been kayaking?" "No, I haven't," replied Sandy. "I've been sailing, but I've never tried kayaking." "Let's go one day," suggested April. "It's a great way to explore the island." "Can you tell me more about the island?" asked Sandy. "Of course," said April. "We have some of the best beaches in the world, as you can see. And in town, there are beautiful houses, palaces, and gardens. We'll visit them while you're here." "Great," said Sandy. And what about the history of the island? Well, replied April, it used to be an important trading route. People used to come here from all over the world to sell things like sugar and spices. Many of them decided to stay on the island. Our food is a mixture of lots of different cultures, like Portuguese, Indian, and Chinese. It's delicious. My mum will cook us something amazing tonight. Suddenly, Sandy stopped. Shh! Listen, he whispered. I think I can hear something. They looked down to the sea and saw a small boat arriving with 3 men on board. They could hear the men shouting to each other. Look! There's the beach! Over there! Shouted one of the men. Shh! Be quiet! Do you want someone to hear us? Said another, trying to speak quietly. April and Sandy looked at each other with wide eyes. What do you think they're doing? Asked Sandy. Do you think they're traders? No, not in the 21st century, whispered April. But I think they're doing something bad. Maybe they're smuggling gold or silver. The men jumped onto the beach and took 2 spades from the boat. They looked around to make sure that they were alone. Then they started digging. Look, they're digging a hole, exclaimed Sandy in surprise. They're going to bury something. No, I know what they're doing, said April angrily. We have to do something about this. We can't get a phone signal here, but follow me. We need to get back to the road. It's through those trees and up the hill. We can get a signal there and call the police. 2 hours later, April and Sandy were back on the beach, talking to 2 police officers. Well done, kids, said one of the officers. He pointed to the 3 men. This is the Turtle Gang. We've finally caught them. Sandy turned towards April. What's the Turtle Gang? He asked. Hawksbill turtles are a very important part of the wildlife on the island, explained April. They return to the beaches every 2 or 3 years to dig nests and lay their eggs. The villagers look after them and protect the nests. But the turtle eggs are very valuable. People pay a lot of money for them. Oh, so those men were stealing their eggs, exclaimed Sandy. Oh, that's terrible. Yes, it is, said the police officer. But thanks to you 2, the turtle eggs are safe. These men will never steal another egg. Track 1.17 Unit 4 Lesson 1 Activity 1
Unusual jobs. Have you ever thought about what job you'd like to do? A teacher, a journalist, or something a bit different? We spoke to 4 people with unusual jobs. We asked them why they chose the job and what they like most about it. The search and rescue pilot. Adela Campo is a search and rescue pilot. She flies a helicopter to look for and save people in difficult situations. How long has she done this job? I learnt to fly at university, and I've been a pilot for 12 years, says Adela. I chose this job because I love flying. It's also very rewarding. It feels good to help people and keep them safe. What does she enjoy most about her job? I love working as part of a team. We all work really well together. The police officer. Tyler Haddon has been a police officer for 8 years, but he doesn't drive a police car. He rides a horse. Bess, his horse, is very clever and friendly. Why did he choose this job? I love horses, and every day is different, says Tyler. One day we're at a parade, the next we're at a football match. When there are lots of people at an event, there can be problems, so we need to make sure nothing goes wrong. I enjoy meeting new people most. People like police horses, so they talk to me and Bess a lot. The wildlife vet. Jill Johnson is a vet. She has worked with wild animals in South Africa since she left university. She looks after the animals to make sure they're healthy. I chose this job because it's exciting. There's always something new and challenging. Last week, we travelled for 3 hours to rescue a baby elephant that was stuck in the mud. And what does she like most about her job? Working with wildlife is very special. Every animal teaches us something different. The gardener. Derek Chatham is a gardener at an adventure safari park in Britain. He's worked here since 2001. He looks after plants which are more than 2 meters tall. The job used to take a long time, but now we have stilts, so it's much faster and more fun, says Derek. I love working as a gardener. I'm in the fresh air all day. I need to move around a lot, which is good because I'm very energetic. It keeps me healthy. Why did he choose this job? I've always been interested in plants, and I've never wanted to work in an office.
Track 1.18. Unit 4. Lesson 4. Activity 1.
Hi, Sophia. How's your first day at school? Good. I've met lots of new people. Have you met the head teacher yet? Yes, I have. She's really nice. Have you found the canteen yet? Yes, I have. I've already had lunch. Great. Would you like me to show you the library? I've already seen it, but I haven't been to the gym yet. OK, let's go to the gym. And where can I put my jacket? Has your teacher shown you the cloakroom yet? No, he hasn't. OK, I'll take you there now.
Track 1.19. Unit 4. Lesson 5. Activities 2, 3 and 4. OK, everyone, now it's time for us to answer our big question. What's the best job in the world? And the best job is... ice cream taster. Yes, Jean Hunt has the best job in the world. She works in a factory where she tastes 60 ice creams every day. I went to meet Jean. It's 10 o'clock in the morning and she's already tasted 10 ice creams. On a typical day, she tastes 20 different flavours, with 3 samples of each flavour. Jean, you're tasting chocolate now.
That's right.
Have you decided which flavour is the best yet?
No, I haven't. I've still got one more to try.
How much ice cream have you tasted since you got this job?
Well, I've had the job for 15 years, so I've eaten a lot of ice cream.
Do you ever get bored of ice cream?
Never. I love the challenge of finding the best flavours. I know that ice cream makes people happy, so it's a rewarding job in lots of ways.
Can you explain to us what you do?
Yes, of course. There are 3 stages to tasting ice cream. First, you look at it. If the ice cream doesn't look good, don't eat it. Next, you warm the ice cream a little. If you eat 60 samples of freezing ice cream, your mouth freezes and you get a terrible headache. Ouch, it hurts. Finally, you taste the ice cream. I use a gold spoon because it hasn't got any taste. Wooden and plastic spoons have their own taste, so you can't taste the ice cream flavours properly. So you put the ice cream in your mouth, move it around a little, then spit it out into a bowl. Then I write what I think in a notebook.
What's your favourite flavour?
I'm always interested in trying new flavours. I tasted tea-flavoured ice cream last week. But my favourite are fruit flavours. Apple, pear, mango. They all make good ice cream.
And when you go home, do you eat ice cream?
Of course I do.
Thank you, Jean. Wonderful to hear. Track 1.20. Unit 4. Lesson 7. Activity 3.
Hello, Robert. Have you done all the chores yet?
I'm afraid I haven't finished yet.
Have you done the washing?
No, I haven't. Shall I do it now?
Thanks. That would be great. Have you made the beds?
I'm sorry. I haven't had time. Would you like me to do it now?
Don't worry. I can do it myself.
Track 1.21. Review 2. Activity 5. Listen and look. There is one example.
I took this photo in the playground yesterday, Mum.
How nice. Who are these people?
The man in the green uniform is the school gardener.
What's his name?
His name's Bobby. He's planting some flowers for the new school garden.
Can you see the line? This is an example. Now you listen and draw lines.
Look at this boy.
The one with the red rucksack?
Yes, that's Mark. He's been to Canada.
Really?
Yes, he travels a lot with his family.
What's he doing?
I think he's texting his mum.
Who's that girl on the seat?
The one with long black hair?
No, not her. The one with blonde hair.
Oh, that's Lily. She's in my class.
What's she reading?
It's a book about how to put up a tent. She's going camping at the weekend. And that's Peter.
Your friend Peter? I didn't know that he wears glasses.
Yes, they're quite new. He's had them since the summer.
What's he doing?
He's eating a sandwich from the canteen.
Who's that in the baseball cap?
That's Mrs. Parker. She's our PE teacher.
What's she doing?
She's carrying baseball bats for our lesson after lunch.
And who's this boy? Why is he laughing?
The boy with the red and blue trainers. That's Eric. He's laughing because he threw the ball to Sophie, but she didn't catch it. She's not very good at catching.
She isn't laughing.
No, she looks angry.
Track 1.22. Unit 5. Lesson 1. Activity 2.
A trip to remember. Abby was playing a virtual tennis game on her tablet. Why don't you go and play tennis outside? Suggested Grandma. Why would I go outside? Replied Abby. Virtual tennis is just as good as real tennis. Ha, said Grandma. I prefer playing tennis outside. Fresh air is important, and we won't have it forever. Oh, Grandma, laughed Abby. Of course we will. The next day was Abby's birthday. She ran outside to Grandma's workshop. It was full of wonderful inventions. A flying trumpet, a musical pen, and a robot window cleaner. Happy birthday, said Grandma as she hugged Abby. Wait there and I'll get your present. Be careful though. Remember not to touch anything. Abby looked around the workshop at all the new inventions. Then she noticed an old sheet in the corner. She lifted the sheet and found an old-fashioned purple bike underneath it. This bike isn't as interesting as Grandma's other inventions, she thought. She got on the bike and started to pedal forwards. Suddenly, Abby and the bike were lifted into the air. Abby opened her eyes and realised that she was in the town centre, but everything looked different. All around her, there were tall glass skyscrapers with flying cars whizzing past. Oh my goodness! I'm in the future, she exclaimed, looking at the old bike in surprise. Then she noticed a robot cleaning the street nearby. Where is all the grass? Where are all the trees? She asked the robot.
What is grass?
Asked the robot.
What are trees?
Abby looked around. The sky was grey and the air felt polluted. She couldn't see any birds or animals anywhere. In fact, the streets were empty. Why weren't there any children playing outside? I don't like it here, she said unhappily. I want to go home. Abby knew what she had to do. She jumped onto the bike and pedalled backwards. Abby opened her eyes and saw that she was back in Grandma's workshop. There you are, said Grandma. I was looking for you. Abby got off the bike and hugged her Grandma. Here's your present, said Grandma. Abby opened it. It was a new time travel game for her tablet. Thanks, Grandma, said Abby. It's fantastic. I can't wait to play it later. But first, can we go outside and play tennis? Grandma smiled. Of course we can. Real tennis is just as good as virtual tennis, she said, laughing.
Track 1.23. Unit 5. Lesson 4. Activity 1.
Do you always cycle to school?
Yes, I do. I love riding my bike.
But there's lots of traffic. Cycling is too dangerous for me.
It isn't dangerous. I use a cycle path, and I always wear my helmet.
But it takes a long time. It isn't fast enough.
It only takes 20 minutes. There isn't any traffic on the cycle path.
Well, I'm not fit enough to cycle. I take the bus to school.
But buses are too crowded in the morning.
That's true.
And it costs £3 a day. That's too expensive.
Well, I've got a travel card. So it isn't as expensive.
Track 1.24. Unit 5. Lesson 5. Activities 2 and 3.
Hi, Elena. What are you watching?
It's a video about skateboarding.
Skateboarding?
Yes, it's really popular. Listen to this.
In the last 20 years, skateboarding has become really popular. About 11 million people around the world enjoy this sport. There are now 2,500 skate parks, and the biggest one is in China.
Elena, I've already told you, skateboarding is too dangerous.
It isn't dangerous, Mum. Listen.
Many people think that skateboarding is a dangerous sport, but it's actually just as safe as other sports.
See, Mum? I told you it isn't dangerous. It's really exciting and a good way to keep fit.
Well, let's keep listening.
Most accidents happen in the first week, when people are first learning to skateboard. That's why it's important to wear the right safety equipment. You need a good helmet, gloves, knee pads, and elbow pads.
See? You need a lot of equipment, which is really expensive. And why do you want to learn to skateboard anyway? You already play basketball and tennis at school.
I really want to try something new. Skateboarding looks like a lot of fun.
I suppose so.
So, could I have a skateboard for my birthday? Please, Mum?
Maybe. How much do they cost?
There's a really good one here for £90.
£90 is too expensive, Elena.
I know, but expensive equipment is better quality, which means that it's safer. Cheap equipment can be dangerous. That's when you might have an accident.
OK, I'll think about it.
Track 1.25. Unit 5. Lesson 7. Activity 2. Good morning. How can I help you?
Could you tell me how to get to the zoo, please?
Of course. The quickest way is by ferry.
How long does it take?
It takes 12 minutes each way.
Great. How often does the ferry depart?
It departs every 30 minutes.
And how much does it cost?
A single costs $6 and a return costs $10.
Could I have 2 return tickets, please?
Of course. Here you are. That's $20, please. Track 1.26. Unit 6. Lesson 1. Activity 2. A new life for your jeans. Do you have an old pair of jeans that you don't wear anymore? Are you planning to throw them away? Find out how they are made first, and you'll see why it's a good idea to recycle them. A lot of water and energy is needed to make one pair of jeans. Jeans are made from a material called denim, and denim is made from a plant called cotton. Cotton grows in warm, wet countries like China, India, and Brazil. It takes about 6 months for a cotton seed to grow into a plant and produce cotton. Cotton needs a lot of water to make it grow. Some of this comes from rain, but when the weather is dry, farmers need to water the plants. After the cotton is harvested, it is transported to a factory and made into yarn. Indigo dye is then used to colour the yarn. Indigo gives the jeans their dark blue colour. After that, The yarn is made into denim material, which is cut to make jeans. Lots of people like stone-washed jeans. To make these, jeans are then put into a washing machine and washed with stones to make them soft and more comfortable. Stone washing can also change the colour of the denim to light blue. Finally, the jeans are packed into boxes and transported all over the world. Jeans travel up to 60,000 kilometres to reach the shops, where you can buy them. Almost half of the jeans made in the world are sold in the USA. Last year, people there bought 450 million pairs of jeans. To make one pair of jeans, 10,000 litres of water and many other resources are used. Resources are all the things you need to make or do something, like energy, materials, and people to do the work. So we really shouldn't throw away old jeans just because they're too small or because we have a new pair. But what can you do with an old pair of jeans? Here are some suggestions. Give them to friends or family. Take them to a charity shop. Have a swapping party, where people exchange things they don't need, like clothes or books. Make them into a new creation, like a bag or a toy. Give your jeans a new life. Track 1.27. Unit 6. Lesson 4. Activity 1.
Can you guess what this is?
What's it made of?
It's made of metal.
What's it used for?
It's used for cutting herbs.
Is it a knife?
Yes, it is. It's called a rocker knife. What about this?
Is it made of wood?
Yes, it is. It's made of wood and leather. It's used for playing music.
Is it a drum?
Yes, it is. And what do you think this is?
It's made of glass and metal. Is it used for checking the weather?
Yes, it is.
Track 1.28. Unit 6. Lesson 5. Activities 2 and 4. 1.
Don't miss the biggest film of the year. Yes, it's the new film from Silver Rose Productions. Derek Deeks is a dentist on holiday in Russia. He walks into the forest and finds something incredible. Dinosaurs that lived 65 million years ago are back. This film will make you laugh, cry, and want to hide under your seat. It's the most exciting film you will ever see. It's Dinosaur Teeth. Coming next month to a cinema near you.
2.
Are you looking for a new pair of jeans? Then we have the answer for you. Jeannie's Jeans. They're designed by Jeannie Jensen, the star of At Home with Jeannie, and she knows how to design jeans. Want to be the coolest kid at school? Then buy Jeannie's Jeans. They're made of the softest denim in the world, and they're only £35 a pair. Available in blue, black, red and green, Jeannie's Jeans are for you. Jeannie's Jeans. This week only, 2 pairs of Jeannie's Jeans are just £60.
3. Grun's Empire is made by the people who brought you Age of Ancient Cities. It's the new computer game from Bluefish Productions. Don't miss out. Download it now for free. Plan your own village. Build huts for your people. Bring in water electricity, and stone. Grun's Empire is the most exciting computer game you can buy. 100,000 people are playing it. Start playing today, and you won't be able to stop. Grun, it's time to get started. 4.
I love orange juice. We all love orange juice. But how do you know it's natural? The answer is Brendan's orange juice. Our orange juice is squeezed from the orange and poured straight into the carton. Nothing is added. It's the perfect natural drink for a hot summer's day. And it tastes fantastic. Brendan! Brendan's orange juice. Orange juice and nothing else.
Track 1.29. Unit 6. Lesson 7. Activity 1.
This is the new Lumina torch. Or is it a pen? It's both. One small object that you can keep in your pocket for when you need it. You can use it for camping, power cuts, or writing in the dark. It's made of plastic and comes in light green or dark purple. There are cheaper torches if you want to save money, but they aren't as good as this one. No other torch is as useful as the Lumina. So throw away your old torch and buy the Lumina today. You'll find out just how special it is.